the familiar story of Peter's denial. That denial which Jesus had said would happen, but Peter had been adamant he would never deny Jesus. But here, told in the Gospel, for example, in Luke chapter 22, we have the story of how Peter, the strong one, Peter, that one who was all ready to leap in, who would draw his sword in the moment of danger, that one who would express his undying loyalty to Jesus. 3 denials. The cock crows. He who was spoken of as the rock, that rock is revealed to have a crack in it, a failing, a fault line. And under pressure, that crack becomes a great fissure as Jesus is denied by Peter. The reflection in our book, Holy Week, Voices from the Holy Land, for this episode is our dear friend Bishop Hussam Naum. Bishop Hussam, who is an honorary canon of our own cathedral in Rochester, and who will shortly become the new Archbishop of Jerusalem later this year. And he reflects on this weakness of Peter's, which is at this point of pressure revealed. And I'm really grateful to Bishop Hussam because he brings out in his reflection a little phrase in these verses which is often passed over, I think. And it's as Jesus says to Peter that he will deny him, that he then says, and you, once you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. I haven't really reflected on that verse before, if I'm honest, but Hussam has helped me to do so. And here at that moment when Peter is being faced with this dreadful possibility that he might deny his Lord, there is this word of potential redemption here, that he will turn back, that he will be restored, and that in doing so, he will become the one who strengthens his brothers. Healed, restored, Peter himself actually, that person who comes across so strongly, he will be the stronger. And he will strengthen others because of this, because of what has happened. There's something really quite deep about that and worth a lot of reflection, that it's actually through our weaknesses, and of course we know this from Christian teaching, but it's hard to take it in. It's through our weaknesses, and not least through the healing of our weaknesses, that actually our strength is to be found. If Peter had not denied Jesus, he would have been the weaker, bizarrely, paradoxically. He is the stronger because he denied Jesus. And then, and we know the story from the resurrection about how the encounter between Jesus and Peter takes place, and then he is the stronger because he has been restored. Out of that experience, he is the stronger. You, when you've turned back, strengthen your brothers. We who have known our Lord's healing, restoration, forgiveness, we are to see it as our ministry, to be the strengthening, to be for the strengthening of others. Words from a poem by Father Richard Nesbitt. The voice is Peter's. I weep. I retch with guilt and pain. I too have betrayed you, Lord, blasphemed against your name. 3 times the cock crew, just as you said, just as you knew. We have come so far and shared so much. Now I would give it all for the warmth of your touch, a healing word for me, your hands to raise me up, bread broken together, a shared communion cup. Suddenly, haloed in torchlight you came, beaten and blooded, bound like a lamb, and across the courtyard's smoke-filled haze you seemed to search for me with a merciful gaze. No ifs, no buts, just a look of pure grace. Was that meant for me, Lord, my sin to erase? Jesus, I beg you, on my knees I implore, you have forgiven so many. Please forgive one more.